Hello students, in previous lecture we have seen the theorem if limit of Sn as n tends to infinity is L and limit of sequence Tn is M, then limit of sequence Sn into Tn as n tends to infinity, it will be L into M. Okay, give this theorem as a star. Okay, and another theorem, last theorem, we have seen that if limit of sequence Tn as n tends to infinity is equal to M, then limit of sequence 1 upon Tn as n tends to infinity is equal to 1 upon M, provided M is not equal to 0. Okay, give this as a star dash. Okay, now we have to prove that if limit of sequence Sn is L, limit of sequence Tn is M, then we have to prove limit of Sn upon Tn as n tends to infinity is equal to L upon M. So to prove this we will use star and star dash, because as limit of Tn is M, then limit of 1 upon Tn will be M, and we know that Sn into Tn, limit of Sn into Tn is L upon M, means if Sn converges to L, Tn converges to M, then product of Sn Tn converges to L into M. So using these two theorems, we will prove this theorem. So first write down its statement. Theorem: if sequence Sn and sequence Tn, n varies from 1 to infinity, are sequences of real numbers, if limit of Sn as n tends to infinity is equal to L, and if limit of Tn as n tends to infinity is equal to M, where this M is not equal to 0, where M not equal to 0, then limit of Sn upon Tn as n tends to infinity is equal to L upon M. So its proof is very easy. Using the previous proofs of two theorems, we can write limit of Sn upon Tn as n tends to infinity. It's same as what? Limit of Sn into 1 upon Tn, okay, as n tends to infinity, using star and this star dash, and the previous theorem star dash. So we can write using star and star dash, what we get? This limit of Sn into 1 upon Tn as n tends to infinity is equal to limit of Sn is L, limit of 1 upon Tn is 1 upon M, that is equal to L upon M. Okay, that is proof. Example: prove limit of 3n square minus 6n upon 5n square plus 4 as n tends to infinity is equal to 3 upon 5. So in solution we can write this limit as limit 3n square minus 6n upon 5n square plus 4 as n tends to infinity is equal to limit n tends to infinity, which is highest power of n, 2. In numerator as well as in denominator, highest power of n is 2. So what we do? We take n square common. So after taking n square common in numerator, we get 3 minus 6 upon n. Upon, in denominator, after taking n square common, we get 5 plus 4 upon n square. So this n square will get cancelled. We get limit n tends to infinity 3 minus 6 upon n upon limit n tends to infinity 5 plus 4 upon n square. Using the rules of applying limit, so we apply limit at each of these term. Applying limit to 3, it will be 3. After applying limit to 6, it will be 6. Applying limit to 1 upon n, as n tends to infinity, it will be 0. So 6 into 0, 0. So here we get 3 minus 0 upon applying limit to 5, it is constant, we get 5, plus applying limit to 4 upon n square, as n tends to infinity, it is 0. So we get answer 3 upon 5, okay, which we want to prove. Now let us solve some examples from exercise. So prove, first example, prove in it sub question A is limit n tends to infinity 2n cube plus 5n upon 4n cube plus n square is equal to 1/2. So first of all, what we will do, left hand side limit n tends to infinity 2n cube plus 5n upon 4n cube plus n square. Which is the highest power? Cube. N cube is here, highest, n cube is here. So we will take common n cube. So limit n tends to infinity. From numerator we will take n cube common. So it will be 2 plus 5n upon n cube. That will be 5 upon n square. Upon, take n cube common. So here will be 4 plus n square upon n cube. That will be 1 upon n. So n cube will get cancelled, which is equal to limit n tends to infinity 2 plus 5 upon n square upon 4 plus 1 upon n. After applying limit, these are constant, 2 and 4 constant, it will be as it is. And after applying limit to 5 upon n square, it will be 1 upon infinity 0. 5 upon infinity square, that will be 0. 1 upon infinity will be 0. So its answer is 2 upon 4, which is equal to 1/2, which we have to prove. Okay, that is A. Now B is in next question B. So limit n tends to infinity n square upon n minus 7 bracket square minus 6 is equal to 1. So left hand side limit n tends to infinity n square upon n minus 7 bracket square minus 6. So first what we will do, we will expand this bracket n minus 7 bracket square. So is equal to limit n tends to infinity n square upon n minus 7 bracket square is n square minus 14n plus 49 minus 6, which is equal to limit n tends to infinity n square upon n square minus 14n. 49 minus 6, that will be plus 43. Now which is highest power? N square is here. So limit n tends to infinity n square here. From denominator we will take n square common. So in bracket there will be 1 minus 14 upon n plus 43 upon n square. Okay, n square will get cancelled. So is equal to 1 upon limit n tends to infinity in bracket 1 minus 14 upon n plus 43 upon n square. So after applying limit, this is 1 as it is, 1 upon 1 as it is, constant. After applying limit to 14 upon n, it will be 0, plus applying limit to 43 upon n square, it will be 0. So our answer is 1. Okay, that is B. Okay, that is example first. Now let us solve second example. Evaluate limit n tends to infinity root n in bracket square root of n plus 1 minus root n. So what is given? Limit n tends to infinity root n into square root of n plus 1 minus root n is equal to, so this limit is equal to, let us perform rationalization, that is limit of, so I am writing it here, is equal to limit n tends to infinity, this is as it is, root n in bracket square root of n plus 1 minus root n. We multiply and divide this by, now here is minus sign, we multiply it by square root of n plus 1 plus root n, and also divide it by square root of n plus 1 plus root n is equal to limit n tends to infinity, this root n as it is. Now root n plus 1 minus root n plus 1 plus root n. We know that a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. So it will be square root of n plus 1 square, that is n plus 1, minus root n square, that will be n. Upon denominator is square root of n plus 1 plus root n as it is. Okay. So n will get cancelled. Here will be only limit n tends to infinity root n upon square root of n plus 1 plus root n. Now which is the highest power of n? 1/2, means square root is the highest power in both numerator and denominator. So what will we do? We will take root n common, this root n as it is. From denominator, if what we want, we take root n common, means from here we have to take n common. Okay. So after taking n common and we take it outside, so root n, here will be in square bracket what? 1 plus 1 upon n after taking n common, plus after taking root n common, here will be only 1. Okay. Root n will get cancelled. After applying limit as n tends to infinity, here will be 1 as it is. Here 1 upon infinity is 0, here 1 as it is. So our answer is what? This root n get cancelled. 1 upon what? Square root of 1 plus 0 plus 1, that is 1 upon root 1 is 1 plus 1. So our answer is 1/2. Okay. So limit of root n in bracket root n plus 1 minus root n is 1/2. Next example. Suppose limit n tends to infinity Sn minus 1 upon Sn plus 1 is equal to 0. It is given. Prove that limit of Sn as n tends to infinity is equal to 1. First of all, what is given? Limit n tends to infinity Sn minus 1 upon Sn plus 1 is equal to 0. It is given. We have to prove limit of Sn is 1. So let us assume that this Sn minus 1 upon Sn plus 1, let us give it a name epsilon n. Okay. So let epsilon n is equal to Sn minus 1 upon Sn plus 1. So from this, as this part is epsilon n, so definitely limit of epsilon n as n tends to infinity is equal to 0, because it is given. Now from this we can write, this implies by cross multiplication epsilon n, Sn plus 1 is equal to Sn minus 1. This implies epsilon n Sn plus epsilon n is equal to Sn minus 1. Let us take together the terms of Sn. So this implies epsilon n Sn minus this Sn is equal to, shift this epsilon n, so minus epsilon n minus 1. So let us from left hand side, let us take Sn common. So Sn in bracket epsilon n minus 1 is equal to, let us take minus sign common, epsilon n plus 1. So this implies Sn is equal to what? Minus epsilon n plus 1 upon epsilon n minus 1. Okay, this is our Sn. What we have to prove? We have to prove limit of Sn is 1. We have to prove its limit is 1. So let us apply limit to both hand sides. Therefore, limit of Sn as n tends to infinity is equal to limit n tends to infinity. What is this side? Minus epsilon n plus 1 upon epsilon n minus 1. And we have written that limit of epsilon n as n tends to infinity is equal to 0. So its limit, after applying limit of epsilon n, its limit 0. So minus 0 plus constant 1 as it is. Limit of this 0 minus 1 means we get minus 1 upon minus 1, that is 1. Okay, which we have to prove. Therefore, limit of Sn as n tends to infinity is equal to 1. Okay. Next example. Prove that limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n plus 1 is equal to e. Also prove that limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 raised to n is also e. So first we have to prove it and then this part. So first of all we know that related to it we know the result that what limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n is equal to e. We know this result, okay, so we will use it. So first we have to prove this part. So let us take right hand side. Now limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n plus 1. So this can be written as limit n tends to infinity in bracket, this is power n plus 1, we can split it, we can write it as 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n into 1 plus 1 upon n. So after applying limit we can apply limit separately. Limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n into limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n. So limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n is e. We know that. So it is e into, after applying limit to this bracket, as n tends to infinity this will be 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So e into 1, that is equal to e. Okay. So we prove this part. Next we have to prove this. So for that we again write, we have this theorem, we have this property. Therefore from this property we can write limit n tends to infinity. If we replace n by n plus 1, the result will be same, that is limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 raised to n plus 1 is also e. Okay, we have this both. Now let us consider left hand side which of the part which we have to prove. Now what is that? Limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 raised to n, which is equal to, we can write it as limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1. We can take raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Okay, finally it will be 1 and raised to n, or we can multiply it by n. Okay, n plus 1 upon n plus 1 into n. So from this we can take limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1. Now we know the result for this. Limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 raised to n plus 1. Okay. So which part remained? N upon n plus 1 is remained. So we take this part. Let us take it in bracket. And what is remained? N upon n plus 1. Okay. And we know that using, let us give it equation 1. So using 1, what is this after applying limit? 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 raised to n plus 1, it is e. Okay. So I am writing here. Therefore using 1, what we get? This part, limit n tends to infinity, it is e raised to n upon n plus 1. Now e is constant, and what was our left hand side? Left hand side was limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 raised to n. Okay. So this is equal to, now e is constant, keep e as it is, apply limit to power, limit n tends to infinity n upon n plus 1, that is e raised to limit n tends to infinity n upon, take n common from denominator, so 1 plus 1 upon n, and n will get cancelled, e raised to limit n tends to infinity, what, 1 upon 1 plus 1 upon n. After applying limit, as n tends to infinity, it will be 0. So what we get? E raised to 1 upon 1 plus 0, that is e raised to 1. So its limit is also e. Okay. Next example. Using the identity 1 plus 2 upon n is equal to 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 into 1 plus 1 upon n. It is given 1 plus 2 upon n is equal to 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 into 1 plus 1 upon n. Prove that limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 2 upon n raised to n is equal to e square. Okay, we have to prove. So first of all, what is given? As 1 plus 2 upon n, this identity is given 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 into 1 plus 1 upon n. So, and we have to find out limit of its nth power. So from this we can write limit n tends to infinity, nth power of this 1 plus 2 upon n raised to n. So here will be limit n tends to infinity, nth power of both of these. So we can write it as what? 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 raised to n into 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n. That is limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 raised to n into limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n. We know that limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n is e. This is property. And in last example, we have proved that limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 raised to n is e. So using last example and property, what we get? This limit is equal to e into this limit is e. So finally we get e square. Okay, therefore we can write, therefore at the end we can write, therefore limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 2 upon n raised to n is equal to e square. Okay. Okay, let's stop here. In next lecture we will solve one more example and the next topic, that is operations on divergent sequences. Okay, thank you.